all the lore that I know on Ashley Trevino because I have way too much information about this woman that I do not want, and I need to spread it to people, okay? So, this lady is 35 years old, I believe, has 2 children, 13 and 15. She had these 2 kids with her baby daddy, who died last year. Pretty sure he had leukemia, cancer, okay? She lives in Texas. Her parents raised the 2 girls because she's had over 20 plus CPS cases against her. She goes live every single day. She used to work at a dentist office, said she quit the dentist office job because it was taken over by new management and the management was Indian, and she said, I ain't working for no Indians. Okay, she said this on live. So she goes live and battles people for her full-time living. She's come on live and said that when her oldest daughter was growing up, she hated her and treated her very badly, also known as abusive, would run after her and yank her by the hair and treat her like that because she thought that her baby daddy liked the child more than he liked her. And she's literally said this on live. I shit you fucking not, out of her own mouth. She was literally teaching slurs to her child, and her child was like, what would you call a white person? And she gives that. She's like, well, what would you call a Mexican? She gives that. And then she goes, yeah, you're a blank blank. Called her 2 different slurs to her daughter, who's pretty sure is Mexican, okay? Said the N-word with a hard R. She first became known to me when she started having these inmate boyfriends. So she has boyfriends that are in prison, and then she would come on live, talk to her boyfriend on the phone who's in jail, and she would garner a lot of engagement from it. So first, I'm pretty sure she dated Jesse first. So her baby daddy died last year, and then I'm pretty sure she started dating Jesse. And he got out of prison. They were like on and off. They had a bunch of shit go on. He's out of prison. He talks about their relationship, like shits on her crazy. Not sure what he was in prison for. But the second boyfriend, I'm pretty sure that's after Jesse. Maybe it was before. His name is Francisco. He was jailed for unaliving 2 teenage girls. Also had a wife in prison, I'm pretty sure, at the same time. So he had a wife, a prison wife, was in jail, guilty, convicted for unaliving 2 teenage girls. And Ashley was dating him, had visits with him, like, so they could, like, do the dirty. Calls him on live, making fun of the victims, being like, babe, I know you didn't do that. I know you didn't unalive those 2 girls. That's when I found out about her, because I would come on live and she'd be talking to Francisco, talking about how innocent he is and how lovely he is and what a good person he is. And then she would get gifts. People would send her money. People still send her money. It blows my fucking mind. She makes like thousands of dollars a day on live. People send her money, and then she's sending the money to her inmate boyfriends, okay? She's also said that she wanted to message Chris Watts, alive to his 2 baby daughters. I think they were 2 and 3, and then also his pregnant wife, and then stuffed their bodies into an oil tank. Inevitably, her and Francisco break up. Don't know the details about that. There's so much random little lore that's not that important, but like she has a Tia who's not actually related to her. She like met her through TikTok, I'm pretty sure, and she stays at her house sometimes and goes live from her house. But anyways, Ashley now has an apartment fully funded because of TikTok Live, and she didn't have beds for her daughters. I think she might have beds for them now. Didn't have beds, had them sleeping on air mattresses for a couple months because she's like, well, they don't stay here all the time. They only stay here from Thursday till Sunday. Her daughters also now have TikTok. One of her daughters just hit 500K, and every time she talks to her daughters, you can tell how seethingly jealous she is of them and doesn't want them to succeed. She was battling one of her daughters, and her daughter jokingly said, everybody likes me. They like me more than you. Like, I'm winning, haha. And she's like, they don't like you. They just feel sorry for you. All her friends come from TikTok, okay? She meets them doing lives, like doing collaborative lives, okay? She met Santos on TikTok. He had like 300,000, I think, before this whole mess. He's gained like 100,000 because he's like with Ashley for clout, obviously. Oh my god, how could I forget? She comes on live, she shows her sex toys, and then her daughters come in and say, Mom, stop doing that, etc., etc. Talks about her sex life. Daughters have to say, nobody wants to hear this. So embarrassing. Can't even imagine how ridiculed they are. And then she goes live on Instagram Live with Santos, okay? A 19-year-old. Santos is also staying at Shoddy Bay's house when this is happening. And she's flashing her boobs. And we see it, the whole thing, with thousands of viewers. And it's been clipped and reposted a million times. Now her mom doesn't talk to her because she was full-on showing nip on TikTok or Instagram, but essentially TikTok too. They did a collab. He flew from California to Texas to be with her. This is also Shoddy Bay's ex-boyfriend type thing. He also used Shoddy Bay for clout, but he has allegations of domestic violence and rape, I'm pretty sure. and he has a daughter of his own. He's 19. He's 19 years old, okay? He flies from California and is staying near Ashley, isn't staying with her. He invites a makeup artist team to do her hair and makeup to meet him for the first time. They go to this like club, taqueria. They're like eating steak in the back of the club. The music is bumping and she's like, "Can you cut this?" Meanwhile, everything is being broadcasted, okay? Meanwhile, this is all on live. The meeting is on live, him showing up to the house. She's like, Then there was rumors where they had been hooking up. Meanwhile, he's 19, he's a couple years older than her daughter. They start like making rumors that they hooked up or whatever, and she comes on live and she's like, "I've seen his pee-pee and he's seen my nunu." And that's where that came from. And then they decided to record a song called Nunu, I'm pretty sure. And she's doing vocals, like doing the ad-libs in the back with one of her other live streaming TikTok friends rapping over it. Yeah. And then they say, "No, we didn't hook up, whatever. They had a hotel together, but they didn't hook up." Nobody knows what's true, what's not. But everything's being broadcasted pretty much, essentially, the entire time that they hang out. I'm leaving some stuff out, but then yesterday was Christmas Day. Her daughters leave super early in the morning. She doesn't want her daughters to be with her on Christmas Day. She wants Santos to come over for Christmas Day dinner. She makes him a brisket. She's talking all day about this damn fucking brisket. Talking about how she's spending all day cooking, whatever. Santos is coming over later. She doesn't hear from him for a few hours, calls him freaking out. He's like, I fell asleep. She's like, "I hate him," crying. And then he ends up coming over an hour later, and she's all smiles, beaming. But he brings other girls with him, and apparently those girls are friends with Ashley now. They all start drinking. We don't see footage of Santos drinking, I don't think, but everybody knows that they were speculating that he's underage. So viewers of the live see everybody drinking, see everyone getting fucked up, and call the police and say there's a minor in the house. This is all broadcasted. I'm watching the whole thing. The cops show up. They say, "Everybody give me your IDs." Pretty sure Santos gives him a fake ID, which is 24. He's been club promoting. He's been doing all these things that he legally is not allowed to do, which is why people didn't know his name online or his age online. Long story short, the cop takes the fake ID, finds his real ID, finds out that he's 19, says, "Okay, we can't prove that he was drinking, but if we could have, you would have been charged with providing minor alcohol, etc., etc." Santos comes on live. He's crying. He's saying his career is over because everybody ruined it for him. Meanwhile, he's doing things that are illegal. Then they relocate to this woman, Bree's Airbnb, and then she takes her daughter with them, allowing her teenage daughter to sleep in a random Airbnb with random fucking people she met from the internet on Christmas Day night. And that's where we are right now. 60,000 people were watching that live last night. I hate this woman. It's a car crash that I cannot look away from. Hi, it's me again, back with some Ashley Trevino lore. I don't know why that video did so well. I think everyone just can't stop looking at this fucking disaster of a woman. Okay, I have some more lore that I thought wasn't as important, but I did some investigative journalism. This lady has been married 3 times. Let's go through her marriages. The very first time she was married was to her high school sweetheart. She cheated on him. That's her baby daddy of the 2 girls. Then she married this guy, Isaiah, who's in prison. She met him in real life when she was his babysitter because she's 6 years older than him, and then got back in touch with him after finding out that he went to prison. He got arrested when he was 15 or 16 years old for arson, robbery, and unaliving. So she started messaging him while he was in prison, whatever, and brought the kids with him. I'll insert some pictures. Then they got married, and she kept calling him the father of her children, even though obviously he's not, and he's a psycho, whatever. And then she ended up getting divorced with him, and then she married another inmate, and his name is Noe, and his last name is Trevino, and that's her last name. And they're still legally married, by the way. Didn't know this until last night. He's also in jail for unaliving, of course, because, like, why would he not be? And he's been wanting a divorce. The fucking unaliver is the one that's, like, egging for a divorce, and she was refusing to pay the $400 to get a divorce, so she is still legally married, and that's why she has his last name. She also has a crush on this guy, Eli, that she goes live with a lot, but I think they had a falling out. Eli was in jail because he smashed his daughter's femur bone when she was 2 years old. So he was in prison for that. He's out now, and he still goes live. Legally married, thirsting over Eli sometimes, and also thirsting over Santos, who's 19, and she also says that she has a boyfriend. She had a necklace that she was wearing the other day that said Brandon on it. I'm almost positive, unless I hallucinated that. Briefly touching back on Jesse that I mentioned yesterday, that's her ex-boyfriend, but they never got married. They were together for 9 months while he was in prison. I'm not sure what his charges are. If someone knows his charges, let me know. But he got out, and then I think she saw other girls' names on his phone, and she said she couldn't trust him anymore, and then she came on live and said that he physically hit her. She came on the next day and was like, sorry, I made that up. Like, his name is cleared. He didn't actually do that. But she literally still goes live with Jesse because obviously Jesse's out of prison now, and they low-key flirt. Sometimes they hate each other, sometimes they like each other, and then it sometimes seems like they're gonna get back together, so who knows where her head is at with that. Most recently, she went live with Jesse, Santos, and herself, and Santos was supposed to get jealous because, like, her and Jesse were flirting. It was so fucking weird. I don't know. Every single day she goes live and she starts drinking. She's always drinking fucking beer. Always. One of the most memorable nights of when she was drinking was when she was at her Tia's house, the girl that she met on TikTok. And it was the Tia's daughter, the Tia's ex-husband, and her 2 daughters were staying at that lady's house in El Paso. She goes on live and she starts like shit-talking this other creator that lived in El Paso because the creator was like, oh, this bitch is in my city, like I'm ready to pull up on Ashley Trevino. And then Ashley goes on, starts egging it on, saying, I can suck it better than you. Are you mad because your baby daddy has me bent over like this? All in the bathroom of her Tia's house. This is right after she started asking her Tia if the bathroom stunk because
Did it smell? Did it smell?
she's like drunk as fuck in this bathroom, like going crazy. Then they go to the bar. The creator pulls up to the bar. Ashley starts freaking out. She pauses her live, and apparently they get into a fight. This is all Thanksgiving, by the way. This is all fucking Thanksgiving, okay? Then they get into a fight because the creator pulls up and she's like, what? I just saw you talking shit on live and now you're not going to do anything? And then the lady yanks Ashley by the hair and then Ashley gets escorted out. And then she comes on live saying she never got escorted out. She was like, she chose to leave, etc., etc. And then I'm pretty sure after that, that's when she started hiring her security detail. Guys, she has 2 security guards now that kind of accompany her everywhere she goes. This is a very recent development, but I'm pretty sure it happened after she got into that fight with that lady. Another really disgusting act of hers is when she was on the phone with her daughter's guy that she was seeing. Her daughter's like a freshman in high school, and she was talking to the daughter's like boyfriend or situationship or whatever. And
I'm gonna be honest, like my daughter's thick as fuck, but she got a big ass butt. Like this bitch got a big ass butt. Like I wish I had a butt like her. I kid you not. Like this bitch got a big ass butt.
Okay, no. Let me be real with you. I really don't want your daughter just for sex. I'm really not about that shit. Just fucking and all. I'm all about
I like him.
I don't just want her for sex. Like I really like her. And then Ash is like, I like this boy. There's another recording of her talking to either an inmate or a guy that she was seeing, saying, yeah, pull up, come over, as long as you don't take advantage of my daughter. Huh? Yeah, you can come over as long as you don't take advantage of my daughter and make me a grandma.
Just don't make me a grandma and take advantage of.
Can I ask you a question? Can I take it to my crib?
Sure, go ahead. Just don't fucking take advantage of my daughter.
Wait, what you said?
Just don't make me a grandma and take advantage of.
Can I ask you a question?
My friend's actually about to pick me up, so I don't have a lot of time to discuss more of her bullshit because it's literally fucking never ending. I'm not even kidding. First of all, I actually despise her. I think that she should be completely kicked off the platform. I think she should have 0 visibility, but people don't know about all the terrible shit that she's done, so I'm just trying to bring that out because people are like, oh, LOL, lol cow, like she's such a crazy person. Like, they don't actually know the depth of how bad it actually is. So that's what I'm trying to expose, okay? Also, her comments are off, and her live comments are only set to sub only, so it's only fans. Like, she's not, oop, that's not what I meant, but she's only allowed to, like, talk to her, like, supporters. It's sick, sick. Who's shocked? Another train wreck of a day yesterday by Ash Trevino. I will be giving you the recap so you don't have to go and find it out for yourself because unfortunately I do. All right, so we start off the day. It's 10:21. She's on live with her daughters eating breakfast. Her daughters are eating freeze-dried Skittles and one of them is eating mac and cheese with flaming hot Cheetos and bean dip, and then she's sitting there being like, I was gonna cook eggs and bacon, but the kids have already eaten. Yeah, nothing like cooking a nutritious meal for your children, all right? Then later on in the day, they're getting ready to go to the mall. One of the daughters starts throwing up. It's actually really sad. Ashley is in her doorway blaring Nunu, her song about her lady parts, and her daughter saying, Mom, I threw up. Like, Mom, seriously, I threw up. Why are you dancing? Why are you dancing? Because Ashley's like, I need my Nunu. I got Nunu. I got Nunu. While her daughter's literally in the in the hallway saying, "Mom, I really don't feel good, like I threw up, why are you dancing, and then the other daughter says, "She's still dancing?" And then she's like, "Yes." And then the other daughter said, "Alexa, stop," and then turned off the song. So she couldn't even console her daughter after she was just literally throwing up, probably because of the lack of nutrition that Ashley provides in her household. As soon as the girl said, "Mom, I threw up," then her mom said, "Did it smell like nunu?" I'm just kidding. You're such a weirdo. I can't take it. Then she doesn't go live for the majority of the day, and then she gets on later. She's at an Airbnb for her daughter's 500K celebration. We don't see the daughter for like an hour and a half, okay? She has a 500K cake and 500K balloons, but her Miss Gold and her new friend Xandra, those two girls are Santos's friends. I guess Santos introduced those two girls to Ashley, and Miss Gold is the one that raps. She's the one that rapped on the majority of the Nunu song, and Xandra is just some random blonde girl. Like, I genuinely don't know her lore. She's like 20,000 followers. Don't know where she came from, to be honest. They all have matching black shirts that say Nunu and matching sleep shorts, and they got like matching lip glosses or whatever. What do the daughters get? Nothing. We don't see the daughters, honestly, for the most of the live. They're just probably told to go sit in the bedroom because all the other girls are out like in the living room drinking, rolling. And here's where it gets all messy. Perez Hilton joins the live. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why. He just joins the live. Then he's asking Ashley like all these questions. She's like, "Perez, I used to watch you when I was little," whatever. And then she's saying, he asks, "Is Santos your boyfriend?" She's like, "No, he's just my boy toy." And he's like, "You're aware he's 19? She's like, "Yeah, but I didn't know that at first." That's like the most memorable part. He's being way too polite for my liking, Perez, and I know he knows more than he's putting on. Whatever. They get off live. Santos somehow re-enters the live. I think Santos joins Goldie's live. He's pissed. He's so mad. He's acting like he's their management. He's acting like he owns the girls. He's saying basically he got Goldie and Xandra their clout, so the fact that they went on live with Perez Hilton without him really, really ticked him off. He was not happy, okay? He's like, "We're gonna talk in private." He's mad. And all of a sudden, a flip switched in Ashley's brain, and she's like, she's all against Santos and all for the girls now. Then Ash starts going off about Santos, saying that he has so much power over me. You guys don't understand. Yeah, I might be older than him, but you don't understand. He has power over me. Like, he can still be manipulating me, and that's what he's doing. You guys don't get it. You would never know what goes on behind the scenes. Talking about how Santos is like her keeper, essentially. I don't really... Then somehow throughout this whole mess, she's talking to Jesse, who's her ex-boyfriend that was in prison but is now out, and he has a new girlfriend, and he was going live with his girlfriend and then her friend in some living room, and we also heard like a baby crying. It was kind of a nightmare. And essentially Ashley read out Jesse's number, I think, and then the girls that Jesse was with read out the Airbnb that they were staying at. She starts saying, "Jesse's just mad because his baby. Like, I didn't even want his baby anyway. He's just mad." Meanwhile, she was saying that she was pregnant like last week, and then she also said she thought she was pregnant again on live tonight, and she said that to Perez Hilton, and then she's like, but I'm not gonna know till next month. Just kidding. Something weird. Like, she just says shit. Like, she literally just says shit. I don't take it to heart. She just says things, and I don't even know if that like was real or what, because there's really like no way to tell because she loves to lie. I don't know. And Jesse, I guess, freaked out about that because why would you say that? Meanwhile, after she just called Santos her boy toy, that she loves him, whatever, to Perez, maybe an hour and a half later, she's sitting with Goldie while Goldie's rolling, while the kids are in the other room. Teenagers in the other room. I'm pretty sure it's not even legal in Texas, whatever. And she says that Santos essayed her and forcefully put his private in her mouth. What the fuck? That's a crazy bomb to drop. And Goldie's just kind of sitting there brushing it off like, And now Santos is saying he's getting his lawyers involved, and it's all this. It's a whole nother shit show. I'm just really hooked on the fact that it's her daughter's 500K party, but she literally stuffs the daughters in like the back room of the Airbnb. We only see them for like an hour, and they're literally drinking, and allegedly we see a countertop and there's a lot of powder residue. Don't know what it is, not gonna say what it is. Lots of things being done in this Airbnb where the children are also there. And that's my recap of the night. Honestly, I'll stay doing these updates because I like to talk about it because it's actually fucking crazy. But hopefully you guys stay along for the ride with my other like regular content and shit. That'd be nice. Oh, I accidentally made myself an unofficial like Ashley lore updates girl. I don't know how this happened. It was all happened by mistake. But alas, I'm here again with another update. Let me spit my gum out. There's a teeny tiny minority that's like, if you stop talking about it and people stop giving her attention, then maybe she would stop. That's not gonna happen. Welcome to the internet. Everyone loves to watch a spectacle, and if I report on it or not, she's gonna continue doing what she's doing. At least I'm actually telling the crazy shit that she does, so I'm not glorifying it or doing any of that bullshit, okay? I'm not even reporting, I'm giving my opinion. She's nuts. Another comment I got a couple times is like, why do you care so much? Like, is this your only personality trait? No. Have you ever seen my videos? I have thousands of videos about any topic imaginable, but you guys like to hear about this bullshit right now, so this is what I'm gonna give to you. Okay, let's go. We started the day off yesterday. They're still at the Airbnb, and she's getting her makeup done by Miss Gold, and she has her new hair extensions in. I guess they're clip-ons, but they're literally down to here, and it's so thin. It's like straight, I don't know, guys. She says she doesn't like it, but she was feeling herself, we could tell. And then mid getting her makeup done, literally brushes on her face. She gets a text or a phone call or something and looks at it and says, oh no. Newborn baby scream wail. Seriously. And then Miss Gold and her friend are like dabbing the tears off with tissues. She's like, ugly crying. Okay, we're like, what the fuck happened? And then she walks away. There's still no official confirmation, but Miss Gold went live and said, essentially, she got word that her inmate boyfriend, she's had a boyfriend this whole time. I told you guys, she was wearing a Brandon necklace. That's her inmate boyfriend. He's arrested for like Grand Theft Auto and a bunch of robberies and shit like that. At least he's not an unaliver. He supposedly, allegedly got beat up in prison and was like at the hospital or something like that. That's the general consensus of what's going on. Some people were saying Santos went to jail. None of that happened. Santos not in jail. Her boyfriend, yes, she's had a boyfriend this entire time, flirting with Santos, flirting with a million other people. Yes, she's had a boyfriend apparently in prison. I guess, the Brandon necklace guy. Then we rush past that because we never stay on anything too long with this woman. Then, I think it was yesterday, or maybe it was today, it's very recent, she went live with Santos. Remember she said that Santos essayed her and forcefully put his private mouth? Yeah, she took that back. She said, went live with Santos, is all buddy-buddy with him again. Right after she said that Santos was manipulative, you guys don't know what he's been doing to us, etc., all on Miss Gold's side because she was with Miss Gold physically in that moment, going against Santos on live, talking shit about Santos, then goes live with Santos, not even 12 hours later, talking about, yeah, I never said that he essayed me. I never said that he abused me. You guys just clip things and put it the wrong way. I never said that. Bitch, there's, like I said, there's clips. We've seen it. A lot of people heard it with their own ears. I watched a clip of it when she's turning around, she's talking to Goldie, and then she tells Goldie what happened, that he forcefully put his in her mouth, and Goldie's like, turn the live off. And they're talking about all his allegations that he has previously with his ex, and a bunch of other girls have come forward and said that he's essayed them, been violent, been all these types of things. Horrible allegations that Santos has. I'll dive deeper into that if you want me to. And then the next day, she's on live with him, buddy. Split screen, laughing it up, saying, I never said that about you, Santos. Like, loving him. Yeah, again. And then Santos has his mom come in the frame. His mom literally looks 20 years younger than Ash. It's, like, sickening. And then his little sister comes on live. His sister's probably, like, 5 or 6. And she says that Ashley is a loser and that Ashley looks like grandma. Or Ashley looks like a grandma. I don't know. I got bits and pieces of that. Then this morning she was on live with a 1 million balloon behind her because, spoiler alert, she hit 1 million followers. Yeah. She has her 1 million balloon behind her. She's getting ready. Apparently tonight she has a private section of a club blocked off for her 1 million followers celebration. Her security will be there. I'm assuming all her friends will be there, but that's what's going to happen tonight, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a shit show of a night, so I'll probably have more to report on tomorrow. And I had some people tag me in a video of her with 2 guys behind her, and she's like sitting here like this on the table, all flirty, whatever. Those 2 guys are her security guards. Some people were confused on who the fuck those men were. Those are her security guards. They're also seen in the back of some clips of her sitting on the couch. Like, one of them literally looks like he's sleeping, and like one of them's on his phone, and those are her security detail. So expect to see them a lot, I'm assuming. I don't know where the fuck she hired them, honestly. Craigslist? Makes no sense. How the fuck do I go back to my regular content now? Hey, I don't know. I don't want this, but I have to do it for you guys. This is journalism now. Lighter day. So about yesterday, you guys already know what I'm gonna get into. I don't know how I still have content to make fucking videos about, but here we go. I'm seeking reparations in form of an Instagram follow because happy almost New Year, by the way. I'm literally getting ready to go see Wicked with my grandma. But anyways, one of my favorite moments from yesterday is when she got banned from the DoorDash app and then she started crying and said, "My life sucks." Tears coming out of her eyes. Then she goes on live later and she has DoorDash, so I'm confused like what the fuck happened. But she goes on live later and she's all in a bad mood. She's also back at her house, so no more Airbnbs for the time being, because obviously she just had some beef with Goldie when Goldie left the Airbnb and Goldie was on live talking about how Ashley didn't want her there, etc, etc. Goldie's fighting with Santos, so Ashley feels like she's caught in the middle. Santos goes live with Bree, who I do not fuck with. She's 2K's baby mama. I don't even know who the hell that was until I had to search for it, but I do not like her. She's literally like apparently has her kid for like a week out of the month and like consistently goes and parties and whatever, just doesn't take care of her kid. Surprise, surprise, they're one and the same, her and Ash. But anyways, he goes live and he starts saying that Ash essayed him, even though Ash just accused him of essaying her a couple days ago. Lots of allegations flying around, okay? Saying that Ash essayed him, saying that Ash is insinuating that bruises on her body were from Santos, and apparently that it wasn't. Santos is going live saying that he has Goldie on a 5-year contract for like management, I guess. He said, "Goldie handed me her phone and told me to make her famous. That's exactly what I did." I don't know what the fuck kind of contract that entails. That's actually scary. What do you mean you're giving a 19-year-old like full control over you for 5 years? That's so whack of you to say yes to. But anyways, then he kind of insinuates that he also has Ashley on that same contract, and Ashley's like, he does not have me on a contract. Like, he might have Miss Gold, but he does not have me. So she's pissed mostly about the fact that he said he had her on a contract. She goes live, and her daughters are there in the back, and you can hear them talking whatever. She's eating DoorDash, so I don't know where the DoorDash came from. She's like, "I'm gonna clear some things up. I woke up to all sorts of lies being spread about me on the internet," talking about Santos's live with Brie and them. And she's like, "Hold on." And she went and joined Santos on his live and was like, "Why are you lying on my name? Why are you saying I essayed you?" And it was literally just battle of the gaslighters. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life because I was getting confused. Ash said, "You said I essayed you." And then Santos said, "You said I essayed you." Like, it was literally back and forth. And she's not standing on business. She's saying this very politely, and she honestly shouldn't be, because Santos is like acting crazy and being super like aggressive. Essentially, they end up saying that no essays ever happened. So like, what the fuck? And Ash is like, "These bruises are not from you. I fell and you didn't see it." And then Ash's daughters start flaming Santos because Santos is like, "Girls, go to bed." And then they were like, "Who the fuck are you?" They're like, "Who are you? Why are you balding? You're closer to Haley's age than my mom's age. Like, you can't tell us what to do," etc., etc. I'm like, ooh. And why are you telling them to go to bed? Like, you're not their dad. Haley had a crush on Santos first, and that's how Ashley found out about Santos, because her daughter said, "I have a crush on this boy." And she went live with him. Like, what a weirdo. And then Santos said to her, "How does it feel that your mom stole your crush?" Why would you say that? That's so weird. And then the daughters just like went off on him. All of a sudden, he starts biting his lip and flirting with Ash, saying, "Forgive me, forgive me." And they are forgiven. And she's like, "Stop, you irritate me." And then that was like the end of that. And Ash goes back on her own live, and one of her friends, Heffa, I don't know, that she goes live with a lot, was like, "Why do you let him gaslight you? Like, why are you letting him treat you like that? And why are you like not standing on business," essentially, because like, why are you literally like, okay, at the end of the conversation, she was like, "I'll only forgive you if you tap my name on you." Weak in the knees for a 19-year-old, sick. I didn't even include this in my other videos because I didn't know if it was true or not, but it's been confirmed, so now I can talk about it. While Santos, Bree, and like a bunch of other girls were in Texas, there was a live stream, and Ash is recording, and she's showing the whole back of the car, and Santos is getting dome in the backseat in the 3rd row. Yeah. Girl that was providing the service went on live yesterday and said, "I'm gonna expose Ash and Gold and all of them," and showed snow powder, you guys know what I'm talking about, on the table, like pictures of it, and said, "I saw Ash and Gold doing it." So CPS is gonna go crazy with that information, I'm assuming. I mean, I would fucking hope. Also, apparently Santos doesn't have custody of his kids because when Ash was live, she's like, I have custody of my kids. Like, talking down on Santos, I don't know. Someone said that she made $20,000 off of live gifts in 1 week. I'm like, I need to hop on live now. Because what the hell? Remember how the girl said that someone was trying to break in the other night and then it turned out to be fans? We got that POV. They posted it. They were apparently egging the Airbnb and they posted it. Also, Santos is the most racist piece of shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I saw this video of him talking crazy. The most racist shit I've ever heard and laughing about it. And I'm gonna put it on my Instagram story or like repost it on here because I'm not allowed to like actually post that, I don't think. Need to do a deep dive on Santos because he's a piece of shit. Piece of shit as well. Really no surprise there though, honestly. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I will see you in the new year. What the hell? I'm gonna drop some of my all-star cheer lore because I did it for so many years, but I feel like it's an important piece of information to tell you that Rockstar Cheer, the entire franchise of Rockstar Cheer, the gym that I cheered for, is completely dissipated because the owner, like the founder, and then a bunch of the coaches at like the original gym were SAing minors, like children, like athletes of the gym, and there was an undercover agent or like FBI, I'm not sure, an undercover person at the gym, like for weeks trying to like gather evidence on him. Like right before the evidence was supposed to come out and him get arrested, he unalived himself. So I just feel like that's really important to understand like the environment that we were actually cheering at. Basically, I started cheering in 5th grade, and when I moved to South Carolina, I joined this gym called PCX, and it was really fun. Like, I loved cheer. It was literally my passion. Like, you could not catch me anywhere without pulling a needle or like tumbling or doing whatever. It's literally my life. And I joined PCX, and it was really fun. Like, it was low stress, fun. It was a competitive cheer, so we were like gone a lot. We had competitions a lot of the weekends, but it was just loved my coaches. Then Rockstar bought them out, and they brought in a big slew of coaches, choreographers. Everything had to fucking change. So on top of that, we're paying so much more now that PCX turned into Rockstar, like thousands of dollars more, because the uniform, the hair was $350. We had to always be spray tanned. We had to consistently have black nails. Like, the competition fees were insane. We were like South Carolina, Florida, North Carolina. We were all over the place. So when all the new coaches came, like from Rockstar, I immediately, like, there was such a vibe shift. Like, it was literal hell. Every single practice was fucking hell. Like, if you watch Cheer on YouTube, that's what he thought he was. Like, we were children working like we were fucking training for the Olympics. Like, Abby Lee Miller had not shit on that coach. Like, Abby Lee Miller, everyone's like up in arms on how she treated the kids. Like, it was literally nothing compared to the team that we were on. And he hated us. He literally fucking hated us. This man had us begging and crying for water breaks. Like, he would not fucking give us water breaks, and he thought it was so funny when we, like, begged and asked to get water. Or, like, when we had to throw up, because this was a very common occurrence. Like, everyone was always throwing up or passing out at practice. He, like, wouldn't let us throw up. Like, I remember asking him, like, can I go to the bathroom? I have to throw up. And he's like, throw up over there. And I threw up in a bucket full of spring replacements for underneath the spring floor. And then I'd get to school, and people clown competitive cheerleading, acting like it's not a sport. I'm like, guys, you don't understand the amount of blood, sweat, and fucking tears that we're all putting into this. It's, like, actually insane. I started cheering in 5th grade when I was in New Jersey, and I loved it. And then literally I will never forgive that man for making me hate the sport. And I had so many mental blocks that it literally made my life fucking hell. I would have panic attacks about like doing running tucks, like round off handspring tuck, round off tuck, for no reason, because I had it for years, but because of him, he made me fucking miserable. It got to the point where he wouldn't even let parents sit in the waiting room and watch anymore because he wasn't giving us water breaks, and he was literally just being vicious to us, and he hated us. He just hated our team. He loved the older team, and he just hated us, and he pitted all the athletes against each other, so we were all like bitches to each other because like he liked this one more, and this one's mom did more for the team, and da-da-da-da. It was literally insane. Like, I can't explain it because you had to fucking be there. I will say though, like, I loved it. I wanted to win, and we were winning. We were a good fucking team, but he made us feel like shit. Go back and do it again because I loved it so much. It was like, I loved tumbling, and I loved stunting, and I loved being part of a team, but like, that's not okay. That's not okay. And the older I get, I look back and I'm like, this was inappropriate. That was fucking emotional abuse. You can't talk to a child like that. Like, the older I get, the more I look back and I remember more things, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, actually, how the fuck? This would never fly. Like, if that was happening right now, never would it be allowed. I will just never forget how he would literally scream at us this close to our faces, and by the time we were done, we were literally like covered in spit. And like my sister that was like 6 years old would get yelled at like that. And he had a fucking microphone, like, we can hear you, I promise. You're loud enough. And I don't feel bad talking shit because he was temporarily suspended for SA. It's the moment you've all been waiting for, another Ash update. So she hasn't been showing too much of her crazy side on live, literally because of the CPS drama. So I'm gonna get into the CPS drama in a second. But first, my very first video that I made got 14 million views. Never in a million years would I have expected it to get that many. But now people are saying that they can't see the video. It shows up fine on my end. It's in my lore playlist. It shows up and mom says she can't see it. My followers are saying they can't see it. So let me know if you need me to re-upload it, because that was my first video, like the 7-minute long, all of her backstory. So I might have to re-upload it, but it shows like it's fine for me. So I don't know if that's a TikTok glitch. I don't know. She wasn't really live that much after New Year's. Like she was, but it was boring. Like she just like was battling people and like nothing really, like no drama happened. She's definitely scared because there's one creator, I don't remember his name, but I'll tag him. He has been reporting her videos to CPS and he's literally been in contact with them and since the very beginning, and they confirmed that they do have their eye on her and that there is an open case against her. And then she came on live and said, there's no open cases against me. When I flashed my nip on Santos's live, that was an open case, but the CPS workers said that they checked it out already and it's closed. Like you guys think you know everything. I still have my kids and TikTok's not gonna do anything. Like you guys can't prove that they shouldn't be in my custody, on and on and on and on. Yes, we can. And then she goes saying, people should be worried about the parents that are letting their kids drink on New Year's Eve and go live and whatever, knowing they're underage. I said, babe, there's literally clipped footage at your house of you drinking with Santos, a 19-year-old who's underage. What are you talking about? What the actual fuck are you talking about? There's also footage of Haley asking her mom, can I hit your car? Mom, let me hit your car. And Ashley's like, no. And then she's like, please, why? So obviously she's let her do that before, which is like really just disturbing. So I guess she's not friends with Santos anymore. The only one that she says that she's gonna keep going live with is Heffa, and that's like one of her friends, I guess. But she always clowns her, so I don't know if that's actually her friend, but she's saying the only person I'm gonna give my clout to is Heffa because she gifts me back. Like everybody else just uses me, whatever. So she's poor victim again. She also came on live talking about how her daughter, Haley, who is just turned 15, has not been in school because her MacBook is broken. She essentially does homeschooling, but she hasn't been in it for a while because Ashley hasn't bothered to get her computer fixed. So she's been using Ash's, but she says like she hasn't really been doing it or something like that. I'm like, why are you literally saying this on live when you know that people are gonna send this to CPS? Like, I'm so glad that they are, but like she just clearly like thinks that nothing is wrong, you know? She starts saying, I don't know if I should pull Eviana out of school. She's not even 13 years old yet. I didn't know that. She's only 12 years old and she's talking about, I think maybe I should pull her out, but I don't know. Like maybe she's in 7th grade, so maybe she could like keep going in 8th grade and maybe go like homeschooled for high school. Why are you doing that? Why are you not letting your kids be socialized? Like socialize your kids. And honestly, no, they can't even go to school probably because of the amount of ridicule that their mother is bringing towards them. It's like so sad. The mass unfollowing left her at like 800,000 followers, I'm pretty sure. And then one of her other accounts has like 200,000. Note how I never tell you the accounts that she goes live on because I don't want you guys to go like on her live because she eats that shit up. I don't want her to get viewers. I don't want any of this. Like I don't want anyone to watch her. She's so boring. Half the time on live, it's literally her just texting. And also, she apparently has been using government benefits. I don't know whether it's food stamps, whether it's something else. I'm not sure, but she's apparently been using those while also like gloating about how much money she has, whatever. Like, can we save those resources for people that are actually in need, not somebody that's bought herself like 7 different Louis Vuitton bags? She carries around a Louis Vuitton bag as her purse, but it's a fucking suitcase. I kid you not. I'm like not even kidding. If you go on the Louis Vuitton website, she carries around a duffel bag. A travel carry-on duffel bag, she carries that as her purse, and she thinks it's a purse. I don't know. I'm still trying to compile all of the allegations against Santos so I can do a full Santos video, but I was literally at work, guys, so you're gonna have to just, like, cut me a little bit of slack. Oh, shit! No, I forgot. She was on live with Heffa, and she was talking about how her ex, Jesse, liked to get his behind eaten from her. Sorry. Each their fucking own, all right? I don't want to be in your bedroom, don't want to know, don't want to, like, see what you're doing. Keep that to yourself. And then she was talking about someone that she hooked up with on live also with Heffa, and she was like, that was the worst body I've ever had. Like, my Rose can do better. Help. I can't. And I don't know if she was talking about Santos. We don't really know exactly who she was talking about, but people were speculating Santos. And it's like, well, maybe because he's only 19 years old, he probably wouldn't be as experienced as you. But then again, Santos is actually the worst ever. So I don't want to stick up for him whatsoever, and I'm not. Love ya. See ya in the Santos deep dive. Hopefully I can get that up tomorrow. Coming on here to say, if I see one more, oh, Ash Trevino is just a mom, she just wants someone to love, I swear to fucking God, I'm done with it. Seriously. Tell me why I just saw a clip of her saying she could beat autism out of a child. Another clip saying that she hopes that her ex in jail falls down the stairs, breaks his leg, and gets raped. Yeah, she's just somebody's baby. She just wants love, so she searches for it in inmates. No, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? She's 35 years old. She could get the fuck up, go to therapy and rehab like any other normal, responsible adult would, okay? I don't want to hear anybody sympathizing. They put sad music over a clip of her talking about when she had just first gotten engaged with her first inmate husband. I don't give a shit. I don't feel bad. Nobody should feel bad for someone like this. Go watch all the videos in my playlist if you don't already know what the fuck she's about. Some updates though. Okay, let's go. She has in fact confirmed that she's Mexican. I don't know why she has memory issues. She has told everybody that she's Guatemalan and now she's telling everyone that she's Mexican. I don't really know what the truth is there. So who wants to claim her? Also found out something crazy. Heffa, the one singular friend that she has left that she goes live with, has a charge. I think it's from 2009, doesn't matter. It's cruelty and neglect to children. Official charge, bitch. Recently, she's been discussing her relationship with Francisco, who is currently in jail for unaliving 2 teenage girls. And she announced it again. You guys don't know if he did it or didn't do it. So stop saying that. I don't know if he did or didn't do it. He could be innocent for all you know, like going on and on live saying that that's why he's still on trial. I'm pretty sure his case is closed. Like, I'm pretty sure he's charged with that. I can double check, but either fucking way, his DNA was on like the bullet casings. There's no denying that it was him, and yet she's still denying that it was him. Now, Santos update. Him and Bree, 2K's baby mama, Bree, her last name is Olsen, they're together. Bree was friends with Ash. I can't believe that her and Santos are actually officially together dating. And he's stuck in Mexico for whatever fucking reason. Maybe something's wrong with his passport. I don't even know. He's literally stuck in Mexico. He went on live with Bree while Bree was getting ready to go out with her friends, and he was being actually insane, like psycho crazy, but like we know this. So I don't know why she would get into a relationship with him. She's kind of a piece of shit too. And he was being super weird and possessive, especially because she was going out with like, I guess, guy friends. I also heard that Santos was talking crazy, saying that he's gonna like break the fingers of people that are on his live because they sent him a gift that he doesn't want or something. He was just on one yesterday. Like, you can stay over in Mexico, to be completely honest. Like, just fade into obscurity. That's where I think he's headed anyways. But yeah, those are the updates that I have for you today. Happy Saturday. Also guys, I need you all to follow me on Instagram. It's Briella Sarah. Also, I signed up for, this is so fucking off topic, I signed up for an adult tumbling gymnastics class. Just wanted to let you guys know that I'll be doing that on Monday. I was watching Modern Family and I saw Phil talking about like his trampolining and tumbling days, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to join a tumbling class. So that's where I will be nowadays. Just wanted to give you my own little update. See ya. You already know what time it is. Buckle up for the newest Ashley Trevino lore. My name's Brielle. This time I'm going to be doing my makeup so I can multitask while telling you this story. Okay, so we left off last night when I was telling you that she was going to a club for her 1 million followers celebration. She tells everyone she's going to this club for the 1 million celebration that she's hosting, that she's going to have a whole section, table, bottle service, the whole nines. Then viewers found the place that she was going to, or planning on going to, called the owner multiple times and made the owner aware of all the shit that she has done. And the owner said, this is all recorded by the way, the owner said, I want nothing to do with this lady. She seems like a bad person. We have no affiliation with her name. We are not sponsoring her in any way, but we can't like not let her in. But the second she steps out of line, she'll be getting kicked out. So they couldn't not let her in, but then Santos said, just don't go to the club. So she decided not to go. So they're all moping around the Airbnb the entire first part of the live. They decide not to go out. They're just going to drink at home. This is a different Airbnb than the one that they were staying at with the daughters for her celebration. Like, they literally just bop around to random Airbnbs. I don't know why. It's supposedly safer, but yeah, Ashley's security is not there. So interesting, okay? Then the live goes on, so fucking boring. She keeps muting it. All the subscribers are getting mad, saying, this is what we pay for. Why you keep muting the live? Like, she's in a bad mood. It's just a whole thing. And then, all of a sudden, Xandra starts freaking out, saying, someone's trying to break in. Someone's trying to break in. And then Goldie runs upstairs, runs to the second floor balcony with her Yeah. And goes outside and essentially she recaps it. She's like, I was standing there like this, saying, who the fuck is out there? She thinks she's one of the X-Men. I don't know. Ashley's hiding in one of the rooms with Xandra, and she's like, don't call the police yet. Like, we have an open case. What does that mean? That's so weird. The girl Xandra is being so dramatic. Like, literally, oh my god. It was so obnoxious. And then essentially Goldie goes outside and then they say, chill. There's a 16-year-old here. Like, we knew where Ash was staying. We just, like, wanted to say hi. So they pretended that they were fans, I guess. They're probably, like, going to troll them and, like, scare them. But then they said that they were fans. And then they don't want to call the cops either. Like, if you actually thought your life was, like, why would you not want to call the cops if you think that someone's trying to break into your Airbnb? Hello? Then Goldie keeps going off, talking about how cool it was, how she pulled out her and threatened them, and I think she might have even shot it in the air, or she was just, like, making it a whole production, too. Like, she thought she was the coolest, baddest bitch ever, and whatever about that, honestly. And Ashley's sitting there all visibly shaken up in such a bad mood, saying, why me? Like, literally saying, why me? Like, why the fuck not you? In the midst of all the chaos, while Goldie's out there trying to handle business, she's calling, guess who? Santos. Santos is in fucking Mexico for his mother's wedding. What the hell is he gonna do? So she calls Santos. We hear Santos say, obviously your location can't keep getting leaked. One of you has your location shared, or it's one of you that's doing it. Like, so he's like, turn all your location services off. Santos, a 19-year-old, has to tell these old ladies this. It blows my mind. It's like me in middle school when I knew, like, my friend's older brother. I'm like, he's gonna protect me. Meanwhile, Goldie and Santos are not on good terms. Goldie does not like Santos anymore, and Santos goes on his own live, shows his text messages from him and Goldie, and there's Goldie dropping the N-word. So Santos, like, exposes her for saying the N-word, even though he's had so many scandals like this, apparently, too. I have to dig into that. So after all that happened and the girls were, like, freaking out, Santos told all the girls to stop going live, so nobody was live anymore. Ash, Goldie, and Xandra are all off live, and you know who's on live? Santos. And who gets all the viewers? Santos. So he has, like, 20,000 people that all just fled from the girls' lives coming in to watch him. Interesting. And then he's on the phone with his friends. He's saying that I'm going to send 2 of my guys over to stand outside and watch the door and scare people off. So not even security. He's just calling 2 of his friends to go sit outside the Airbnb, and Ash is like, I want my own security. Like, where's my security? I literally can't. Oh, I got such secondhand embarrassment recapping this. I don't think you guys get it. And I guess Goldie and Santos are arguing because we only see Santos's live, so we don't see Ashley or anybody. But he's on the phone with Ashley. Ashley's crying, and he's like, don't cry. Like, I can't. Why is she crying to a 19-year-old to protect her? It makes no fucking sense. While she's crying on the phone, she's saying, Goldie left. Goldie leaves, goes to the club, and has a big sign that says Goldie gives no fucks at the club. Like, this all happened within, like, not even 30 minutes. She was out and in a club with a light-up sign so fucking fast. I'm just gonna say it, Miss Gold's black scent is actually, like, astronomical. I guess Miss Gold and Ashley aren't friends anymore because she, like, completely dipped out of the Airbnb and Ashley stayed on the fucking phone with Santos. So yeah, that's my recap of last night, and Santos was essentially on his live saying that he's starting a Netflix show, kind of like Baddies, but he's gonna rent out a villa in Mexico and put a bunch of, I don't know what he's saying. They just say things. It's so weird. But so yeah, and then I don't know if she's live today yet. I haven't checked, but that was the recap of last night. Going through all of this before I even had my morning coffee is insane.